Bare knuckle fighting ain't for the weak. It's about pushing limits, training harder, and staying sharp. You don't hold back in the ring, so why hold back in life? This energy boost hits harder than a left hook. Bucked up and BKFC hard-hitting pre-workouts, energy for any moment.
Something that I work on throughout my camp. It's called the Raja. It's super key for me. It's really helped me.
My name is Dr. J.R. Rivera de Genio. RASHA stands for Reciprocal Antenna System for Holographic Activation. Key benefits that athletes can receive is stress relief, relaxation, reduce inflammation, less performance anxiety. If you're interested in upgrading your performance, come visit us at therasha.com or our Instagram.
Leonardo Perdomo. He has never gone past the first round in bare knuckle fighting championship. Power, precision, speed, accuracy. 7 up, 7 down.
Heavyweight fighters, are you ready?
AJ, Boogeyman, Adam, the former two-time BKFC heavyweight world champion. G, the cut man. Big left-handed backdrop tackle. Andrew Strode with those hands, he's going to be a problem for a lot of people. It's a vibe. It's a movie inside the Hard Rock Alive.
And we are back again, our home away from home, where all the amazing action always happens, where all the amazing fights always happen. Hollywood, Florida, inside Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. And you know what? Last night was insane. I mean, you could cut the tension with a knife at the championship summit. I'm Bryan Sosha, and I'm very excited to be here at the weigh-in show tonight, because I was in the back, and I'll tell you what, they're rip-roaring and ready to go, just like last night. I feel like the emotion from last night carries over to tonight. As I always say, anything can happen, and it usually does on the weigh-in show. Are you ready to get started? Of course you are. So you know what? First, what I want to do is introduce you to the most beautiful women in all of combat sports. They are the Bare Knuckle Bombshells! Now that you've met our beautiful Bare Knuckle Bombshells, this crowd loves them as well. Another person I know they're going to love is a man that's responsible for all of this. This is the guy that pretty much put his life on the line for this. Let's bring him up here. He's the president. He's the founder of BKFC. It's Mr. David Feldman. And last but certainly not least, he goes by the name Mr. Live Worldwide, and he's going to take you through the rest of the chaos that's the weigh-in show. It's Jeff Houston!
Thank you very much, Bryan. And what's going on, Hollywood? We are recovering from all of the excitement and the madness yesterday at the BKFC Champions Summit, and we are one step closer to BKFC 78 as we present to you the BKFC 78 Weigh-In Show. We are here at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Hollywood, Florida, in our favorite place to start a fight in South Florida. And as always, we are fueled by Bucked Up Energy Drink, the creamiest stout that there is on the market, Forged Irish Stout, and Blackout Coffee Company. Now, here's the rundown of what to expect. BKFC 78 is going to be one of the greatest BKFC events to ever hit South Florida, and you can check us out on the BKFC app when we get started tomorrow with our BKFC free view at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and then you can check us out live worldwide on the BKFC app at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. A little less talk and a lot more action goes a long way. Let's start a fight with our first fight of the night, which will be going down tomorrow in the flyweight division. First to the scale, he is ready to toe the line for his 8th bare-knuckle fight. From Wichita, Kansas, here is JUSTYN Martinez. JUSTYN Martinez, 124 even. And his opponent holds a BKFC record, 2 victories opposite a single defeat. From Broward County, Florida, here is RAMBO Russo. RAMBO Russo, 125.4. This is the first fight of the night on the BKFC 78 free view, 7 p.m. Eastern Time in the flyweight division. Fireworks already starting between RAMBO Russo and JUSTYN Martinez.
Let's go, guys. Good job. Oh, man.
Fight fans, you guys know all the different platforms that you can watch BKFC 78 on the BKFC app, on Fubo Sports, and for all of the various platforms that you can check us out on, go to BKFC.com. Next up on the free view, we move to the middleweight division. First to the scale, his BKFC record stands at 2 victories opposite a single defeat. From Miami, Florida, here is, ladies and gentlemen, we move right along once again to the cruiserweight division, and here he is with a BKFC record of 3 victories opposite a single defeat. From Grand Rapids, Michigan, by way of Hesperia, Michigan, Esteban Mohawk Rodriguez. Esteban Rodriguez, 203 even. And his opponent holds an undefeated BKFC record at 3-0. From Miami, Florida, by way of Cienfuegos, Cuba, here is the undefeated Julio Crazy Horse Perez. Julio Perez, 204.2. What a cruiserweight clash we have, ladies and gentlemen. 2 cruiserweight warriors tilling the line. The undefeated Julio Perez taking on Esteban Rodriguez.
Let's go. Good shit. Good luck, guys. Good luck. Let's go. Yes, sir. Oh, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now we move along to the middleweight division. First to the scale, his BKFC record stands at 2 victories opposite a single defeat. From Miami, Florida, here is Leo Lionheart Carrera. Leo Carrera, 175.4. And his opponent holds a BKFC record 3 victories opposite 2 defeats with 1 fight even. From Miami, Florida, by way of Kidbrook, Southeast London, Brutal Jake Bostwick.
Oh, man.
Jake Bostwick, an identical 175.4.
Let's go, guys.
One of the greatest fight cards in BKFC history here at Hard Rock Live. And here's another reason why. In the middleweight division, Jake Bostwick taking on Leo Carrera.
Guys, good luck.
And that will be a wrap for the preview, which means we're moving on to the main card, BKFC 78, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the BKFC app. This one in the lightweight division. Making his way to the scale, he holds a combined combat sports record of 14 fights, and tomorrow holds a BKFC record at the line at 1-0 from Montevideo, Uruguay. Here is Gaston REYNO. Gaston REYNO, 165 even. And ladies and gentlemen, you will see his opponent toe the line tomorrow on the BKFC app. But for right now, one more time for Gaston REYNO.
All right, good shit, my man. Come on. Well, no, you're good.
All right. Next up, we have the cruiserweight division. First to the scale, his BKFC record stands at 2 victories opposite a single defeat. From Hollywood, California, here is Keith, the Officer Richardson. Keith Richardson, 205.4. And his opponent holds a BKFC record of 4 victories opposite 3 defeats. From Fort Pierce, Florida, by way of the 305, here is Steve Tomahawk Townsel. Steve Townsel, 206 even. This is fight number 5, BKFC 78. What a fight this is going to be in the cruiserweight division. The veteran Steve Townsel taking on Keith Richardson.
All right. Good luck. Good shit, guys. Good shit.
And I think now it's time to light it up in the women's bantamweight division. First to the scale, her BKFC record stands at 3 victories opposite 3 defeats. From Clarksville, Tennessee, here is Jenny, the Tennessee Gangster Savage.
Welcome back.
Jenny Savage, 132 even. And her opponent, she holds a BKFC record of 3 victories opposite a single defeat and is a former BKFC World Flyweight title challenger. From Miami, Florida, by way of Cuba, here is Christine La Busadora Vicens. Christine Vicens, 131.4.
Right there, ladies.
You never know what happens when the bell rings and the fighters toe the line. Women's bantamweight division, Christine Vicens taking on Jenny Savage.
All right, awesome. Good luck, ladies.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, next up we move along to the middleweight division. First to the scale, his overall bare-knuckle fighting record stands at 4 victories opposite 3 defeats. From Great Falls, Montana, here is Dallas, the Dentist Davison. Dallas Davison, 176.6. And his opponent holds a BKFC record, 6 victories opposite 2 defeats. He is the former BKFC World Middleweight Champion. From Fort Lauderdale, Florida, by way of Rome, Italy, here is Francesco Ricchi. Francesco Ricchi, 175.2.
Go, guys.
For those of you keeping count, this is fight number 7 in the middleweight division. Francesco Ricchi taking on Dallas Davison.
All right, good luck, guys. Good luck.
Good times never stop with BKFC, and we move along to the next fight of the night in the lightweight division. First to the scale, his BKFC record stands undefeated at 2-0 from Sioux City, Iowa. Here is DRAKO, the great Dracolini Rodriguez. DRAKO Rodriguez, 155 even. And his opponent needs no introduction in the BKFC squared circle with a bare-knuckle fighting record of 7 victories opposite 3 defeats with 1 fight even. The fighting pride of Broward County, Florida, Howard H.D. Davis. Howard Davis, 151.8. Fight number 8. You better adjust your volume because this one is going to blow the roof off of Hard Rock Live. Lightweight division, Howard Davis taking on the undefeated DRAKO Rodriguez.
Good luck, guys. Thank you.
Next fight up is the bantamweight division. First to the scale, his BKFC record stands at 4 victories opposite 4 defeats. From Charleston, South Carolina, by way of San Benito, Texas, here is Roberto El Gallo Negro Armas. Roberto Armas, 135.8. And his opponent, one of the most popular fighters in South Florida with an undefeated BKFC record at 7-0 from Delray Beach, Florida. Here is the undefeated JUSTYN Joy Boy IBARROLA. JUSTYN IBARROLA, 136.6, spurs and all. This is fight number 9, BKFC 78 live worldwide on the BKFC App. Bantamweight action, undefeated JUSTYN IBARROLA taking on Roberto Armas.
Good shit, guys. Let's put on a show tomorrow. Good luck. Good luck, guys. Good luck, my man. Thank you. Good luck. Thank you for the outfit, my man.
And now we present to you your feature fight of the night in the lightweight division. First to the scale, His BKFC record stands at 4 victories opposite 2 defeats. From Escondido, California, here is Robbie Problems Peralta. Robbie Peralta, 155.6. And his opponent holds a BKFC record of 7 victories opposite a single defeat. From Miami, Florida, by way of Matanzas, Cuba, here is the wildly popular BRYAN El Gallo DURAN. BRYAN DURAN, 155.8. What a feature fight coming your way tomorrow. Hard Rock Live in the lightweight division. BRYAN DURAN taking on Robbie Peralta.
All right. Let's go, guys. Good job, man. Good job. Good job.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are so many reasons that you should be tuning in to BKFC 78 and Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, the most exciting combat sport in the world today. This next fight is a fight we've been waiting a long time for, and it's finally here. Your co-main event for the interim BKFC World Flyweight Championship. First to the scale, he holds an undefeated BKFC record at 3-0. From Denver, Colorado, here is the undefeated Andrew the Legend Strode. Andrew Strode, 123.2. And his opponent is one of the most beloved individuals here at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, holding a BKFC record of 5 victories opposite a single defeat. From Pahokee, Florida, by way of Sawa La Grande, Cuba, G, the Cutman PEREZ. G. PEREZ, 124.6. What a fight this is. Your co-main event for the BKFC World Flyweight Championship.
Let's
G.
do this shit.
PEREZ, Andrew Strode.
All right, face forward, guys. All right, face forward, guys. Let's go. There you go. There you go.
Good job, guys. Good job, guys. All right, standing by here with Andrew Strode, one of the men challenging for that interim flyweight championship. You came out with the executioner mask. What sort of message are you trying to send to your opponent and all these Cutman fans that we have here in South Florida?
Like I said, he's about to get the Strode special tomorrow, and you're about to see what it's about. It's a Strode show.
There it is. He could be your champion. I'm going to come on over here to a man that is very popular around these parts, G the Cutman PEREZ. You know, listen, it's always been big talk. He's a Cutman, he's a fighter, but you could become champion tomorrow. That is massive. What's going through your head 24 hours away from fighting for a world championship?
First of all, I want to say thank you, everybody, for coming out. Thank you, Dave Feldman, giving us this opportunity. Listen, he said I'm going to get the Strode show, but he don't know I'm from Pahokee, Florida. And Pahokee, Florida, we get Mug City ass whooping. Mug City ass whooping tomorrow night, baby. Let's go. If you don't know what that is, Google it.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. G, the Cutman Perez.
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship would like to give a big shout out and a lot of love to Amnesia Vodka. But now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment the world has been waiting for. Who is the true dominant force in the heavyweight division? First to the scale, his veterans BKFC record stands at 7 victories opposite 3 defeats. He is a 2-time BKFC World Heavyweight Champion from Chicago, Illinois, AJ Bomaye Boogeyman Adams.
Welcome back, bro. You look good.
AJ Adams, 261.2. And his opponent is one of the most destructive forces in the BKFC heavyweight division, having never gone past round number 1 with a BKFC record unblemished, undefeated at 7-0. From Miami, Florida, by way of Cienfuegos, Cuba, Leonardo El Zamba Perdomo.
I'm back.
Leonardo Perdomo, 259.4. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, your main event, BKFC 78 in the heavyweight division.
What we got?
Will the hype train behind El Zumbo continue in round number 1, or will we see the first war between these two individuals, Leonardo Perdomo and AJ Adams?
All right, I'm standing by here with 2-time heavyweight champion Arnold AJ Adams, Bomaye Boogeyman. Welcome back to the BKFC. It is good to see you live and in living color. You have to face one of the most hyped, most destructive fighters that we've ever had here, and you've been here since the beginning. How are you going to handle the speed and the power of El Zombo?
Hey, man, I'm just here to say, I'm back, bitch. It's been a long time coming. I've been waiting on this for a moment, so I'm here. We finna get to it. Y'all know I don't do too much shit talking. I don't do none of that. We just gonna bang it out tomorrow, see how it go.
All right. Now let's go to this man, El Zombo, Leonardo Perdomo. This man has better credentials than anybody you've ever fought. He's been here since the beginning. He is an OG heavyweight champion. How are you going to put away Arnold AJ Adams tomorrow night?
Hey.
Este peleador tiene mejor récord y mejor carrera que tú has peleado. ¿Cómo te vas a enfrentar con este peleador mañana?
I don't care. I don't care who are you, nigga. You know? Hey, listen. Hey, show me, Bobby. Look at me. Hey, I don't care who are you. Hey, I'm real fighter. My explosive, my power, in your face, explosive power. Te voy a abrir la cabeza, bro. Es lo que hay, papi.
I'm going to help you open your head up, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Leonardo Perdomo, this is the main event.
Oye, hacer, y como decimos los cubanos, voy a burle, y tú no sabes nada de eso, coño, ¿oíste?
Hey, and the old Cuban said, I'm going to work on you tomorrow, boy. Hey, now today.
All right, ladies ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap for the BKFC 78 weigh-in show. You never know what's going to happen in the world of bare knuckle fighting championship, but to find out, tune in tomorrow on the BKFC app. But also don't forget about the BKFC Freeview, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on the BKFC official Instagram and YouTube pages, as well as the BKFC app and Fubo TV. Thank you very much for joining us, and I'll end the show with my 3 favorite words. Let's knuckle up!
And welcome to our official Q&A for BKFC 78 that goes down tomorrow night at the Hard Rock Live, the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, live on the BKFC app. That's going to start at 7 p.m. local time, Eastern Standard Time, with our free view on all social media, and the entire main card will be on the BKFC app. So if you haven't got subscribed now, you definitely want to be a part of this one. It is fully loaded every time we come to Hollywood, Florida. We pull out all the stops. It's not going to be any different tomorrow night. Bigger and badder than ever. What an incredible night it is going to be. Let's introduce some of these incredible folks here on this stage. First and foremost, he's the president, the founder of the BKFC, Mr. David Feldman. Flanking him is going to be our co-main event. That is going to be for the Flyweight Championship. The interim title will be on the line, as it's going to be G. Perez taking on Andrew Strode. Then in our main event, we have one of the hottest men that's all been in this organization. We're talking about El Zombo, Leonardo Perdomo, taking on two-time champion Arnold Adams. And then, folks, we have incredible feature bouts here. We got El Gallo, BRYAN DURAN, and we got the Joy Boy, JUSTYN IBARROLA. It is going to be fully loaded. So let's have a little bit of fun and let's talk to these incredible athletes. First, we're going to start here with the leader of this crazy organization. We saw it just 24 hours ago at the Champion Summit. A lot of headlines were made, David. What can you make of all the hype, all the traction we got on social media, everything that came out of our first ever Champion Summit?
I mean, it was really unbelievable. It was just a matter of time, right? I mean, we've been knocking on the door, now we kicked the fucking door open. I mean, it was a matter of time before the whole world knew what BKFC was and knew where we stand. Tomorrow night here at the Hard Rock, we will have sold the highest grossing ticket sales and the most tickets ever sold to a combat sporting event in this facility. Every other combat sporting organization in the world, every major combat sporting organization in the world performed here at the Hard Rock, and we will break all records tomorrow night.
It's a beautiful thing, and from what I understand, there is going to be a very important announcement on that broadcast.
Yeah, we're going to have a big announcement. I think it's groundbreaking for us to have the kind of people that I'm going to announce tomorrow be involved with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, be involved with our story, all these guys' stories, from the bottom to the top, right? We started at the bottom, now we're here.
That's right. Absolutely. It's a beautiful thing. Can't wait for that announcement. It's going to be insane. And let's talk to some of these fantastic fighters right now. And I know we got some media in the house too, so we're going to have some questions here from the media. First up, I'm going to go to you, G. You know, I know this is a major moment for you. You have fought with this company. You have worked with this company as a cut man. Every event, you are there. And if you're not there as a cut man, you are fighting. It's really unprecedented what you've done in combat sports. But now it comes down to actually becoming a world champion, taking it to the next level. Has it really digested that, you know, you could be world champion at this time tomorrow night?
And it feels an honor to be on the stage and compete with, you know, all these guys that they bleed, they work their ass off every day. So yes, I feel honored to fight for that belt. You know, it's a long coming. You know, like everybody knows, I've been fighting since I was young, but that don't matter. Today's the day, tomorrow's the day, and we're gonna make it happen. Simple.
100%, we are going to make it happen. Andrew Strode, you're going to be on the other side of the squared circle. You have had an incredible combat sports career, and you've come in once again, you know, to hostile territory. This is G. Perez country, right? This is where he's all about. You've come in here. You don't have a lot of fans. You have a lot of people that have followed you here, by the way. I've heard them at the weigh-ins. There they are. There they are. They're traveling good. They're traveling good. But I'll tell you, man, coming into hostile territory with so much on the line, what's going through your head right now, man? You're in the same boat as him. You could be world champion tomorrow night. That's a lot to think about.
Yeah, like I said, I'm ready, and I'm grateful for this opportunity to fight against the cut man. You know, he's a great fighter, and I'm thankful, but tomorrow I'm going to come in enemy territory and be a shark and show y'all what the Strode show's about. You know what I mean? I want to thank BKFC, Dave Feldman, for giving me this opportunity, you know what I mean, all the time. And I'm going to take full accountability of it.
And guys, just remember, both these guys are finishers. Both these guys like to finish fights. So just because it's a flyweight fight, you know how we do here in the BKFC. These guys are finishers. All right, now let's talk to these heavyweights, because there's going to be a lot of eyes on these heavyweights. Arnold Adams, it is great to see you back here in the BKFC. I know you've kind of been waiting for the right fight. You wanted to come back at the right time. Took a little bit of time off here. But now you're taking on the biggest hype train that we've had in this company for the better part of 2-3 years in Perdomo. That has to get you excited to come in here and take him on, because you can shut this whole thing down tomorrow night.
I mean, you know, to say I took some time off, that ain't really what it was. It was really fighters was ducking me, and they was basically turning down the fight. So I've been chilling, waiting, keeping myself in some type of shape until I got that call. When I finally got that call, I turned it up a notch. And this fight camp, I did a lot of shit I've never done in my BKFC career. Like, I was running, I had over 100 rounds of sparring, so I've been really putting in the work, getting ready for this. Tomorrow, I'm gonna show improve. Y'all gonna see a different side for sure tomorrow.
Leonardo Perdomo, a man that has very few words, but you're super, super confident. You said it doesn't matter, you know, his credentials, but the reality is that he drags fighters into deep waters. That's what Arnold Adams does. He's very, very durable. I think there's a lot of people that don't believe you can take him out in round number 1, that's not going to happen. What do you say to the people that are doubting that you can take him out in round 1?
Leonardo Perdomo, tú eres un hombre de pocas palabras y estás muy confiado en tu preparación, pero Arnold es una persona que le gusta ir a las aguas profundas. ¿Qué tú dices a las personas que piensan que esto va a pasar de primer round?
No, yo no tengo nada que decirles, Yo simplemente todo lo calculo con el tiempo, porque tengo que terminar en menos de 1 minuto, y para eso yo entreno y es lo que trabajamos en la preparación y eso, y todo lo demás se va a dar. Y es con todo el mundo. No sé quién es él, sí sé quién es Ben Roswell, que llevo 1 año pidiéndolo, y BKFC como que, no sé, la liga, ¿me entiendes? Y llevo 1 año pidiéndolo. Y nada, estoy canalizando un odio ahí, que todo el que esté en ese, ¿sabes? Obstáculo, él es un obstáculo más. Le voy a partir la cabeza, viene el otro, le voy a partir la cabeza, porque yo tiro a matar, yo no juego, ¿me entiendes? Y ya, así de simple.
Yes, I am a man of few words, but the way I train is to take everybody out within the first minute. I have no idea who he is. The one person that I really know is Big Ben, and I've been calling him out for a whole year. But since he's the one more rock on the way, I'm gonna take his head off tomorrow.
Let me go to, just real quick, David Feldman, just to talk about this fight. If we could get David, get him the microphone here. When you look at that fight as a fan, and you look at that as a guy that's seen this sport come from where it's at, and you've seen what Arnold Adams has done since literally the very beginning of this organization, how do you analyze that fight? Perdomo style versus Arnold Adams.
Well, I think, look, at BKFC, we're trying to build stars, right? And we've been able, it's very successful to build a future star in El Zombo. He's 7-0, 7 first-round knockouts. He's fought some very durable guys, but he has not fought a durable guy like Arnold Adams yet. He has not fought a guy that's got punched in his face and is going to punch back. So we're going to see what El Zombo is made up tomorrow night. We're going to see if he is the future star and if he is the future champion, and we are going to find that out tomorrow night. And if he does score a first-round knockout over Arnold Adams, he is the realest deal in BKFC.
Let's see, we got our 2 feature fighters here. Let's go to JUSTYN IBARROLA first. JUSTYN, undefeated in this company, and you just found out that there is going to be a bantamweight tournament for that vacated title. Does that add a little bit more pressure going into a very, very tough fight? You know, does that add more pressure to this, knowing that you got to get into this tournament to win the title?
Not at all. My biggest strength is I always show up, no matter what. No matter how many hits I take to the head, no matter how many cuts and bruises I get, I always show up. No one beats the amount of composure that I bring to this sport. No one brings the amount of patience that I bring to the sport. You're never going to outwork me. I can tell you that. Anyways, got a little rat in the crowd. I can barely hear my own thoughts. Anyways, When it comes down to the tournament and the belt, I'm pretty sure everyone in this room knows I don't really give a fuck about that belt, right? I give a fuck about that legacy, right? I give a fuck about paving the way for other fighters, you know, and for this company. I've been saying it and I'm saying it again. I am the messiah of BKFC. I am here to save this company. I'm here to save the fighters in this company. When they talk about BKFC, they're gonna talk about how Joy Boy came and fucking saved the fucking company and all the fighters and paved the way for how shit goes on from here on out.
Wow, we get the Savior's in the house. All right, I think we got a new nickname for you, the Savior here. Justin Broly, I can't wait to see this fight. Bryan Duran, let's get El Gallo on microphone here. Let's get this man a mic. He's got a mic. Okay, man, listen, you've had a lot to say. You were very vocal at the Champion Summit. Kai Stewart's out there. He's chirping. It's what Kai Stewart does. He has a lot to say. You said $200,000 was going to get put up to get that fight with Kai Stewart. Obviously, you got to get through tomorrow night, but it seems like the focus is still on Kai, no matter what, and you're willing to put your money where your mouth is.
Everybody knows when I say something, I stand on it. There hasn't been nothing I said that I haven't stand on it. I took that fight, them knowing, everybody knew I was hurt, but it was the biggest opportunity of my life. Where I come from, we don't have anything, bro. You feel me? My country is super poor. I come from over there. I promised myself I was gonna take my family out of the hood. I'm pretty close up doing it completely all the way. I'm like right here at the door. He's the only thing standing in my way for the simple fact that I took a fight to help the company grow, because we did break the first time record in this field. I mean, in this facility. Tomorrow, we broke it again, which I'm fucking happy because I'm part of it. But that guy is on the way, and the fact that I showed him so much respect, and he went and shitted on my name, said that I lied about, like, who goes on this surgery to excuse, you know? And the proof is there. I put up the MRIs from February when I fought Louis Lopez. So all I'm asking, and I'm saying it today right here in front of everybody, is one opportunity to beat this guy up and prove I'm the baddest man on the 145 division. Because the whole world knows when I touch him with the right hand, he's going to go down. Y'all can watch the fight over. I barely threw my right hand, and I only threw uppercuts and I ripped my bicep throwing it because I had no shoulder. But then back to it. I got to get tomorrow. I got to get another knock. I'm going in there. I'm going to do what I always do, and I hope December I get to fight this fucking clown over there in front of the whole world and prove who I am. Because a lot of people overlook me, even the company overlooked me after I lost, not realizing how much of a badass I really am, that I stood there with a ripped arm and I never quit, because I will never quit. And every time I fell was my shoe slipping and me with my hand down, because I couldn't protect myself with that same hand. But whatever, there's no excuse. He was the better man than I. Give it to him. He's a great athlete, but he has to see me again if he wants to talk all that. And yeah, we got $200,000 cash if you beat me again, my boy.
That's what it is, putting his money where his mouth is. All right, let's go to the media. Brian Sosha's down there. Just let us know who you are, where you're coming from, and what your question is.
Max Calendrillo, Fighting Yo. Quick question for the CEO, David Feldman. You had a huge announcement yesterday that you made fighters part owners of the business. Where did that come from, that amazing idea, and how great does it feel to give back to the fighters of this company?
I think it's just, look, man, I want these fighters to talk good about the company. I want them to spread good wealth about the company, good news about the company. I want them to be a part of this. I want them to have something to fall back on. We attempted a pension plan. It just wasn't going to work for us. So give them an equity. Make them all owners in this company. Look, these guys that are going to stay here for 10 fights, some people online are chirping, 10 fights, yeah, 10 fights. Show us that you want to be loyal to us. Show us that you want to help us grow, and we want to show it back by giving you equity in our company. Be a champion. Make defenses. Make this company proud of you. And in return, we're going to give you equity. So I think it was a win-win situation, because I think all the fighters are going to have something extra to fight for now, and they're going to really want BKFC to blow up bigger than it's ever had the opportunity to before. So I think you get everybody involved with that. It's the best thing that ever could have happened to not just BKFC, but to combat sports in general.
Ben Davis here for Bally Sport. One for Dave. You talk about breaking down the door yesterday. How do you rate the combat sports world's reaction to the big announcements with the fighter equity, the fighters you signed, and the tournament? Do you feel like you're finally getting the respect you feel the promotion deserves?
Yeah, it's funny because I was reading some of the things, and before it was like, come on, man, get out of here. You can't do this. And they're going, wow, the $25 million World's Baddest Man tournament. Wow, they're giving the fighters equity. These guys are for real. Listen, we talk, we back it up. We walk the walk, we talk the talk here at BKFC, just like the fighters do. You know, they talk the talk, but in that squared circle, they have to walk the walk. So collectively, with the fighters and the ownership here at BKFC, we talk the talk and we walk the walk.
And one more for G. Perez. G, you looked Andrew Strode in the eyes moments ago. Great fighter. What did you see in that face-off?
Man, listen, all respect to Strode. We're good people, but tomorrow night is all business. And we all know this. We step that line, you step in that ring, is all business. Out of the ring, we're back to normal, you know? So, just another day in the office. Just another person that's in my way, and we need to just take him out.
Rudy Rodriguez-Chomat with Come On Now, the podcast, and Combat Corner. This question is for Arnold. What have you seen from El Zambo? Explosive power. How do you approach a fight like this where you know he's going to come out 100 miles an hour?
I got some ideas. We got a game plan we put together. You just have to stick around tomorrow to find out what it is.
And one more for Dave Feldman. You announced the signing of Yoel Romero yesterday. Any idea what weight class he's going to fight at, whether it's a heavyweight or cruiserweight?
He's going to make his debut September 12th right here at the Hard Rock Casino, and that's going to be at heavyweight.
Yo, let's check the pulse. Florida, make some noise for BKFC. Come on. And my question is for El Gallo, BRYAN DURAN. Yesterday, King Kai had some choice words for you from the stage. Flip the script. You got the stick. Give him a receipt. What words do you have for Kai Stewart?
Man, like I said, he's the only thing in my way. I haven't been able to sleep since fucking June 21st, 2024. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what I went through that night. Only I know what I experienced in that ring. You know what I'm saying? And it definitely wasn't him. Yeah, he had better cardio than me. I give it to him. The kid is ready to fight 5 rounds. 100%. I don't take nothing from him. But guess what? I wasn't 100%. So I got to get his ass back, you know what I'm saying? And that's the only way I'm gonna prove I'm the baddest man in the division. And like I'm with IBARROLA in this shit. Fuck that belt. He can keep that shit. We can fight and he can keep the belt. I don't even want it. I just want to beat his ass. It's personal now. You know what I'm saying? And then he acts online crazy when he has the mic, security's next to him, but then he runs from me when he sees me. When I go talk to him like a man, I want to talk something like me and Baboon fix our problem. We talk like men. Hey, we pulled to the side like men. We spoke about it. I try to do the same thing with him, but he don't got what he takes. He's not a man. His daddy didn't raise him right. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got to say.
And second question is for David Feldman. I asked this of Conor last night because bare knuckle, it's not just a sport. It's not just a lifestyle, it's a fucking movement. And these are modern day gladiators. So what do you, David Feldman, have to say to the naysayers of the bare knuckle movement?
I mean, look, man, actions speak louder than words, right? We focus on BKFC. We don't talk about other organizations. We don't talk about other fighters. We talk about BKFC. And anyone that has something bad to say can kiss all our asses.
Sambo, esta pregunta para ti aquí. Saludos, Sambo. Sambo, ¿qué se siente ser evento principal, pelea principal para tu gente aquí en Miami con tanta gente, todos los tickets casi vendidos? ¿Qué se siente para ti?
No. Sambo, you're going to be the main event tomorrow. How does it feel to represent the people of Cuba and the people in Miami?
Nah, eso... primeramente, Vikingo, gracias por estar aquí, bro, y gracias por aportar el pedacito ese del habla español, ya que somos latinos la mayoría. Y everybody say, me don't touch in English, but me defiendo, hago lo que puedo. Y nada, respondiendo a la pregunta, me siento bien, ¿sabes? Excited, por así decirlo, porque se ve que el trabajo que estoy haciendo y lo que estoy causando en la afición de aquí, de Miami, el mundo entero, me está llevando a ser evento principal. Y nada, sé de dónde vengo y sé para dónde no voy a volver, y voy a seguir arrancando a cabeza como tiene que ser, ¿ok?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for representing the Spanish-speaking people. And nothing, you know, it's a blessing to be in the situation. and I'm gonna make the best out of it, and I'm gonna make sure that I never go back to the dark place that I came from.
Dave, I have a question for you, Dave. Have you felt you have El Sambo as a main event? Have you felt how big of a phenomenon he has become in Miami for the Latino community, for the Spanish-speaking community? He's like a hurricane, taking everything he finds on his way. Have you felt that as a phenomenon, how big El Sambo has become?
I mean, absolutely, but I feel that way with a lot of these fighters. You got El Gallo over here, you got Justin IBARROLA. All these South Florida fighters are bringing these big fan bases to this sport and helping this sport grow. So I and BKFC owes it to all these guys for putting their life on the line for us, and they're bringing all their fans out and all their friends out and all their family out to watch BKFC grow to be the #1 combat sport in the world.
Max Calangelo fighting Yo. Question for Perdomo. There's an open weight tournament being discussed. How interested are you in potentially joining that?
Esta pregunta para Perdomo. ¿Cómo te sientes acerca del torneo ese de ser el mejor peleador en el mundo?
Te voy a responder en español, bro. Bro, yo peleo por plata, para ayudar a mi familia, tú sabes, y porque al final aquí es trabajar para pagar los biles de mes a mes, y en verdad eso es ser el mejor peleador, no, porque yo me fajo de verdad, ¿me entiendes? Y eso, ya eso lo va a definir el día que, porque todo el que se para adelante conmigo yo le voy a arrancar la cabeza, ¿me entiendes? Y esto no es juego, muchachos.
Yeah, I take fighting really serious. I fight to support my family. It's a blessing, you know, to have the opportunity to fight in a tournament. But the most important thing is to keep fighting for my family. But whoever gets in my way, I'm just going to take the head off.
All right, some great questions down there from the media. Cyrus, I know you have some more business to take care of up there, so I'm going to throw it right back to you.
100%, and that, what an incredible, we're good? Are we good? All right, let's do it, yeah. All right, folks, well, you know, this has been pretty big here, but it's gonna be bigger tomorrow night. That's right, at the Hard Rock Live. It goes down here at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino tomorrow night. Starts at 7 o'clock, first fight, free view on the YouTube channel. Get to the BKFC app. An incredible night of BKFC here in South Florida. We'll see you tomorrow night here at the Hard Rock.
Leonardo Perdomo. He has never gone past the first round in bare knuckle fighting championship. Power, precision, speed, accuracy. Seven up, seven down.
Heavyweight fighters. Are you ready?
AJ, Boogeyman, Adam, the former two-time BKFC heavyweight world champion. I'm the first one. Remember that.
The Cut Man.
Big left hand and that drops Andrew Strode with those hands, he's going to be a problem for a lot of people. It's a vibe. It's a movie.